Hello, I am going to be showing you how to customize assignments and due dates for different students. Why would you ever want to customize an assignment or a due date? Let's say, for instance, you have a class and the entire class is working on group projects, and you want each group to have a different component of an assignment. Well, Canvas will allow you to create an assignment and only assign it to either a certain individual student or a group of students. So for this example, I'm going to use my Principles of Management course, and let's assume that I have the students in groups. So this assignment will be for a group project, and I already have my groups created. And of course, this is just an example. You can do this individually if you didn't do group projects, if it was an individual project. So what I'm going to do is under my group project section, I'm going to create a new assignment. I'm going to click more options. And let's say I want one of the groups in the class, their assignment is going to be to research the country of Fiji. So maybe in here I might put some links to some articles about Fiji or some specific parameters that I want them to do only for researching the country of Fiji. Okay? Of course, a real assignment would have way more stuff than this, but this is just an example. So maybe this is a 25-point assignment. I have it assigned to my cultural competency. I'm going to change my submission type. It's going to be online. They're going to upload a file. So what I need to do, because I want to assign this to a group of students, I'm going to check this is a group assignment. Then I'm going to select what group is going to be my cultural competency group project. Now when I come down here to assign, by default it says assign to everyone. So if I hit save and publish right now, every student in the class is going to see this. But I only want group 1 to have this assignment. So I'm going to delete where it says everyone, and now it's going to give me the option to select groups or students. So I want group 1 to have Fiji. So when I'm going to select here, and then as you can see it says assign to group 1. I'll set my due date and I'm just going to save. I'm not going to publish it. But once I hit save, only the students in group 1 will see this assignment that says Research Fiji. So I'm going to save. And it's just going to give me a little warning telling me that I have not assigned it to all the students in the class, which is what my intention is. So I'm going to say continue. So Canvas is just trying to make sure I realize I've only assigned this to group 1. So that is what my goal is. So maybe for group 2, I want to assign a different country. So I'm going to give them a separate assignment. So I'm going to come here. There's Research Fiji. So I'm going to create another assignment. I'm going to hit the plus button. More options. And let's say I want my second group to research, let's say Japan. Okay, so this assignment is Research Japan, and maybe I'll put a lot of videos and articles in here. I'll make this worth 25 points. And I will change my submission type. This is a group assignment because it's for a group project. I make sure it's for my cultural competency group project. And these are just the student groups that I've already created. So this is if I'm doing it for a group. So by default it says everyone, so I'm going to delete that. And then it populates a list. So I'm going to tell it group project 2. So only the students in group 2 will be given the assignment for Japan. So when I hit save, it's trying to warn me that I did not assign this to every student in the class, and that's my intention, so it's okay. I'm going to hit continue. So now when I go to my assignments, I see that this is assigned to group 2. So I have Research Fiji, Research Japan. Only the students in Group 1 will see this assignment, and only the students in Group 2 will see this assignment. Now, what if I didn't want to do groups? What if this was an individual assignment? So I'm going to go back to the Research Fiji assignment. Maybe I wanted to give a different country to every student in the class as opposed to groups. So I'm going to come down here to where it says this is a group assignment. First, I'm going to come in here and delete this. All right, and I'm going to uncheck this box. Now when I click Assign To, it's going to list the first few students in the class. It doesn't list the entire class because I have way too many students. So if there is a student that I know I want to assign it to, maybe I want to assign it to Trey. So I'm going to type Trey's name, and I'm going to click his name. And then once I hit save, it's going to ask me, are you sure you want to do this? Because I only assigned it to Trey, and I hit continue. Now, only Trey will see this assignment, one student. So you might want to do this if, for instance, maybe you are giving a makeup assignment to a student, or a makeup quiz, or a makeup discussion. Maybe you gave an exam to the entire class and you had a student who had a legitimate reason why they missed the exam, so you want to give them an alternate version of the exam. So that's what you can do here. Another thing is you can actually assign multiple groups. Maybe I want half of the groups in the class to work on one assignment and half of the groups in the class to work on another. So going back to this Research Japan assignment, I'm going to edit it. Currently, it's only assigned to Group 2, but maybe I want to assign it to multiple groups. So I'm going to scroll down once it loads. And I'm going to add, all I'm going to do is click in this spot and it will populate my list. Maybe I also want Group 4 to work on it. And maybe I also want Group 6 to work on it. And maybe I'll create a separate assignment for Group 1, 3, and 5. So once I hit save, only Groups 2, 4, and 6 will see this assignment. So I'm going to save. And it's going to tell me that I haven't assigned it to everyone, and that's what my intention is. So I'm going to hit continue. And now this assignment is only given to groups 6, 4, and 2. So like I said, you can do individual students. Maybe there are 5 students in the class that I want to work on a certain assignment and the rest of the class work on another. So you can do it that way. Now I'm going to show you how you can customize due dates for different students. Maybe you had an assignment that was due on a Monday and you had a student that maybe asked for an extension because they have to travel with the team to go to a tournament and they're not going to be able to turn it in on that day. So you want to give them a separate due date, but not necessarily the entire class. Or maybe you're reopening an assignment for a student and extending the time, but you don't want to do that for the entire class. So let's go to this Research Fiji assignment. And I'm going to show you how to customize a due date. You can actually give every student in the class a different due date if you wanted to. So we're going to scroll down. And I'm going to change this back to everyone. So this is everyone in the class. So if I do this and I hit save, everybody in the class will have this assignment to Research Fiji and it will be due March 20th. Okay, but let's say, for instance, Trey is on the football team and he can't turn his assignment in by March 20th because he's going to be on the road. And he came to me and asked if he could turn it in the following Monday. So what I'll do is, down here where this add button is, I'm going to click add. And as you can see, I now have 2 assigned tos. So I'm going to type Trey's name in, and I'm going to click it. And then what you'll notice is it now changed to everyone else. So there's Trey and everyone else. So I'm going to give Trey's due date, instead of the 20th, I'm going to give him until the 23rd. So now when I hit save, in Trey's canvas, he'll see the 23rd, everybody else will see the 20th. Maybe I have another student who will not be able to turn it in on the 20th because they are on the swim team and they're traveling out the country and they won't be back until the 25th. So I'm going to click add to add another due date, and maybe it is Adam. So maybe Adam's going to be out the country traveling and he needs until the 25th. So I'm going to put the 25th for him. And now on Adam's canvas, he'll see the assignment due as the 25th. Trey will see the assignment due as the 23rd. Everybody else in the class will see the assignment due as the 20th. So I'm going to scroll down. I can also change the available from dates. So if you put an available from date, that will lock the assignment until a certain date. So I can customize when the assignment will open and the until date will close it. So if you leave the until blank, students will still be able to submit assignments after the due date. It will just simply show up as late. But maybe you don't want to accept late assignments and you want the link to close. So where it says until, you'll also put March 20th. So that way it's due on the 20th and it's only available until the 20th. So it's going to close the link so students won't be able to submit it. Now maybe I don't want students to start working on it until the 16th. Maybe I have a special reason why I don't want the assignment available yet. So now it won't open until the 16th. It's due and closes on the 20th. Now I can do that differently for Trey. Maybe I don't want Trey to access the assignment until after all of the other students turn theirs in. So I can make his not available until the 20th, and I can make his close on the 23rd. So I could go on, I can do Adam, and I can add as many students as I want up to, even if I gave every student in the class their own due date. So you can customize when it was due, when it opens, and when it closes for each individual student. So that is how you customize your assignments and how you customize due dates for different students.